Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace.
Founding father, patriot, lawyer, orator, and governor of Virginia.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle?
Husband, father, grandfather, and friend.
What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have?
Known as the voice of the American Revolution, Patrick Henry was a rousing lawyer and leader who fought passionately to secure the Bill of Rights, which preserved individual liberties in our fledgling nation and still does today.
Is life so dear? Is peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God.
Remembered for unwavering passion, sharp wit, and strong integrity, Henry served as 5-term governor of Virginia and was its first.
For I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
Near the end of his life, Henry retired to the south side of Virginia in Charlotte County to a plantation known as Red Hill. It was here among the rolling countryside in red earth that Patrick Henry, a father rich in family and legacy, rested and was later buried by those he loved. Following the death of Patrick Henry, the property of Red Hill was passed down through his family for several generations until tragically the main house burned in the early 1900s. Abandoned, the plantation fell into disarray and the memory of the patriot was threatened to be lost in history.
I was a student at Randolph-Macon Women's College in Lynchburg, Virginia, and one weekend my father came down to visit me. And whenever we were with him for anything recreational, it was always an historical site. It was just a little house at the end of the road, and it was a woman by the name of Mabel Bellwood who was the caretaker. And so we knocked on her door, and she opened it and welcomed us and was very happy to see someone come and visit Mr. Henry, because not many people did, and then told us the story of how he had lived here. It was his last home, and he's buried right here on the property. And she walked us a little bit around the grounds, but not very much because it was mostly just brush. And my father, he was really shocked because Patrick Henry had been one of his heroes. And that he was just languishing down here and no one knew where he was very disturbing to him because he thought he should be more well known.
Eugene Casey saw that the Bellwoods were struggling to make this thing work, and he offered to become involved financially. He was a very wealthy man and he wanted to give back.
In 1944, the Patrick Henry Memorial Foundation was founded to restore Red Hill to its original beauty and to preserve the memory, legacy, and commitments for which Patrick Henry lived and labored.
The goal was to try to restore Red Hill to its glory days when Patrick Henry lived here.
The place looks terrific. I think Patrick Henry, if he came back, would recognize it in a way that might not have been the case 20 years ago.
Thanks to the hard work, generosity, and passion of both Patrick Henry's many descendants and the numerous individuals who cherish our American history, the voice of liberty lives on.
Red Hill's not just a historic site. It's also a place of immense beauty and enjoyment where people can come and experience the 18th century.
Today, thousands of visitors from around the world come to Red Hill and are able to enjoy seeing a reconstructed Henry family home upon its original foundation. Mr. Henry's law office, the only remaining original structure, the national champion Osage orange tree, the family graveyard where Patrick Henry is buried, the cemetery believed to be members of the families of the enslaved community, and the beautiful grounds overlooking the Staunton River Valley.
Today when we had visitors, and one of the parents told me this is the best site that they had ever been to and the best experience they had ever had. And we hear that real often.
In 1976, a museum was added to Red Hill and now houses the most extensive collection of Patrick Henry artifacts in the world, including Henry's personal fiddle, his standing desk, and the actual letter opener he used during his most famous speech.
Red Hill is a wonderful place to see some amazing artifacts, and my favorites are his fiddle and his flute and of course the ivory letter opener.
Throughout the year, Red Hill hosts both large and small events, including Living History Days, where Red Hill's dedicated staff and volunteers offer visitors hands-on experiences of 18th century life.
We have lots of school groups, lots of fourth graders, and lots of adult groups that come.
These interactive programs include spinning and weaving, blacksmithing, pottery, colonial medicine, flax to linen, hearthside cooking, historic tours, workshops, and special guests.
We bring our students here every year in the spring, and they absolutely love going to the blacksmith shop and really getting a taste of that time period that you just can't get in a book.
They got to make nails in the blacksmith shop, and we've never been anywhere where they let you actually go and put the gloves and the gear on and try it out, and every kid got to do that.
The Patrick Henry National Memorial is proud to host its annual naturalization ceremony on the beautiful Red Hill grounds. This moving event welcomes new citizens to the United States who believe in the freedoms on which our nation was formed.
Because of this naturalization ceremony, wherever these people go off to, they will always have a tie to this facility because this is the place they became American citizens.
In the fall, the Bluegrass Barbecue and Brew Festival warms the hearts of revelers with handcrafted beer and wine, local barbecue, and award-winning bluegrass bands.
From ribs to pulled pork to chicken wings to fried pickles, this is amazing and we will be back.
I just can't imagine a better setting for this event.
The annual Christmas Open House delights guests to beautifully decorated buildings by the Red Hill Garden Club, docent guided tours, seasonal refreshments in the Hearth Kitchen, living history demonstrations, and Red Hill's museum gift shop is full of unique gift items.
It's a great way to start the holiday season. It's a colonial Christmas experience.
The highlight of the year is Red Hill's 4th of July Independence Day celebration, where family and friends gather together to celebrate America. Attendees enjoy colonial activities, delicious food, listen to Patrick Henry's rousing speech, and watch a fantastic fireworks display.
Events that they have here are family friendly, they're fun, and I think when visitors come to Red Hill, they understand the significance of Patrick Henry's life in our history.
The Patrick Henry Memorial Foundation has continued its work of the growth and transformation of Red Hill through the construction of the Eugene B. Casey Education and Event Center. Overlooking Red Hill's inspiring vistas, the Event Center offers shelter in inclement weather and functions as a lecture hall for top academics, popular historians, authors, and speakers, and serves as an amazing venue for guests, staff, and the local community. Made possible by the generous donations of men and women committed to preserving the legacy of America's patriot. This beautifully designed multi-purpose building now serves those who have discovered and those yet to discover the national treasure that is Red Hill.
It was just a little wide place in the road. But what has happened over the years has just been remarkable.
This organization is bigger than Red Hill, and the idea was to memorialize Patrick Henry in a larger sense.
This is a national treasure right here in our backyard.
This is a truly unique, wonderful place, and everybody that comes is always in awe of what we have here.
Patrick Henry and his generation created the nation that we enjoy, that we live in. And that's what we do here at Red Hill. We bring children here to remind them of what this country stands for and why these values matter in their lives.
In order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. We all need to know Mr. Henry's story.
Thanks to Patrick Henry and the sacrifices of so many, Red Hill proudly keeps the torch of liberty burning to all who come to this memorable and cherished place. To partner with us in sharing this light through a tax-deductible donation, or for more information about Patrick Henry's Red Hill, visit our website, join our social media pages, or talk with a staff person or volunteer.